Okay, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Bakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation I came out to push this word in truth and in sincerity. Today, on my way home from work, I ran into some dude, I ain't gonna mention his name, that used to wash my car. He had his own business with his own van set up with a power washer, utensils, and he should do a great job. Now, the elder brother Shamar can attest to what I'm saying because he been with me at that, particular place, but this dude was washing my car. And Shamar even said that he did a good job. But $30 for wash in detail. If you want wax, $40. No problem. No problem. There you go. So now, you at this dude, this Nigerian dude, and you could tell he's a Jake. He came around and he had set up shop like 2 blocks from him. Matter of fact, not even 2 blocks, like a block and a half away from him. And he was charging, he still charged. He went up, now there's $25 for wash and detail and $30 for wax. But it's still perfect. But he was charging at the time, when he came into the neighborhood, $20 for a wash and detail, everything in your car, vacuum clean, armor oil, everything. Waxing your seats, cleaning your seats and everything, shining them up, $25. But if you want your car waxed, it was $20. But if you want your car waxed, $25. That's a 15, discount on what this guy's doing. So who do they people going to go to? The economy is fucked up. People are stressed out. Gas prices are high. Food prices are high. So you want your car to look decent. You want a decent price. The dude prices was decent, I ain't gonna lie. But you had this Nigerian cat come in with his crew that started undermining him. So when I went to him, he was complaining about the Nigerian dude. I said, bro, so why don't you just even out the prices, man? Even if you gotta take a cut. He said, what do you mean? I said, if you dealing with a business mind mentality, this dude is doing everything for $25. Maybe take a cut and do everything for $23, for everything. $23 for everything. You're gonna outbeat them, and people gonna come to you because that $2 difference. Nah, man, fuck it, I ain't doing that shit, man. I got mouths to feed, man. I got a brand new daughter. I said, well, guess what though, bro? He undermining you and taking your customers. So I was like, yo, bro, how long I gotta wait? He said, I got 3 cars ahead of you. I said, okay. So on my way going back home, I stopped to the Nigerian place where they was doing their shit, and I asked them what was their price. Dude told me $20 to wash your car, hand wash your car with a power blower, and we're going to detail your car. If you want it waxed, it's going to be $25. I'm like, word? The fuck? And you had this Jamaican dude, I ain't gonna call him a Benjamin, he was a Jamaican, he was like, yo, yeah man, it's worth it. So I was like, oh shit, all right, how long I gotta wait? He's you after him. So I got my car wash detail for $25 fucking dollars. And this dude's gonna charge me $40. So I try to tell him, yo bro, lower your prices, bro. He didn't want to do it because he's a stingy dude. I got a few precepts I'm going to get into, slacking for the rant, but I had to bring that out because I knew this dude and he did a good job on washing cars. But he got outsmarted by a Nigerian dude that was more smarter than him business-wise. Because this dude was stingy. And that's being a niggard. And I'm going to bring up, it's not good to be a niggard, because the niggard is a stingy dude, man. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse, I'm going to start at 1. Blessed is the man that have not slit with his mouth, not talking shit, saying things and not to be uttered. Keeping your mouth. It says, and is not pricked with the multitude of sins, man. You don't want to be caught up running your mouth pricked with a multitude of sins when people look at you sideways. It says, verse 2, blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him, and who is not fallen from the hope of his Lord. Because by the words of your mouth you condemn, by your actions you condemn. So you don't want to be caught up in no bullshit where the Most High will forsake you. And the Most High will have his eyes on you to destroy you. You don't want that. You don't want the Most High eyes on you to destroy you. You want blessings. It says, verse 3, riches are not comely for a stingy man. And this dude was stingy, man. He was charging $40, $30 for a hand wash and a detail. If you want your car waxed, an extra $10. So this dude was charging $25 for everything. $20 for a hand wash and a detail, and $5 for a wax. So I had $35. So I went to the homeboy. I said, bro, I left my card in my house. I got $35. You know, could I get a, he said, yo, bro, I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. That extra $5 will do me well. So if you want, you go back to your crib, get that $5, or go to the ATM, get that $5, bro, and we could do business. I'm like, yo, bro, how many times I came to you and did benefit you? So you can't let me go for $35, bro? He said, yo, bro, I got a brand new baby. I said, all right, bro. In my mind, this dude's a stingy nigga, man. He's stingy. All this business I gave you, bro, you can't look out for me for a lack of $5. I would have paid you back on the next go around with an extra $5. Or if you want that case to be, I'd have came back with the $5 and gave it to you. But this dude was consistent on not doing it, so I went and I stopped and I saw the Nigerians. He told me what his prices. And I was like, what? Okay. So I ain't going to this dude no more. I could save $15. And that's exactly what I did. So it says, back in verse 3, riches are not comely for a stingy man, and what should an envious man do with money? And this dude got very envious of this guy that was this Nigerian guy that came in 2 blocks down, started taking his customers. And I told him, the reason why he's taking your customers is because he's charging $20 for a hand wash and a detail and $5 wax. And you charging $30 for a hand wash and detail and $10 wax. That's $40, $15 different. What do you think who do you think they're gonna go to? He wouldn't It didn't register in his mind. He wasn't taking heed to what I was saying. I was giving him good counsel. I'm telling him, yo, bro, what do you think is going on? What you should do, bro, is think on a businessman. You got competition. He's charging $25. You got to take a hit. But you taking that hit is going to boost your clientele because you would charge $23 for everything like he's doing. He's not. You get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. I said, yo, bro, no, it's not because he's charging $25. The economy is fucked up. People trying to save $2. Anything that's cheap, they're gonna come to you. But he wasn't seeming to hear it. Because he had that niggard state of mentality that I'm gonna get into with the scriptures. It says, back in the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 3, riches are not commonly for a stingy man. That dude was very stingy, man. Here it is. I gave you all kind of business. All kind of business. I was like, yo, bro, I left my card in my house. I'm coming from work. So I'm coming here. I don't want to go in the house. When I go in the house, I want to take a shower. You know, I explain everything to him and relax. I got $35. I got you on the go around. Dude gave me a song and a dance for $5. And you wonder why you lost all your business, man. You got ran out of your spot. And you was there for like 3 or 4 years making money. Here it is, these Nigerians come around, only around for 8 months, and they run you out of your spot. Because you was being a niggard, man. You stingy. Wouldn't compromise, man. It was all about you and your pockets. Damn, nigga. So it says, riches are not commonly for a stingy man, and what should an envious man do with money? Because after a while, he started envying this man. Yo, this dude taking my customers, man. So what this man did was, I'm not going to jump the gun. Let's just finish bringing up the scriptures. It says, he that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others that shall spend his goods righteously. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than him that envieth himself, and that is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he do good, he doeth unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. The envious man and his wicked eye, he have turned away his face in despise of men. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drop up his soul. A wicked eye envieth his bread, and he is a niggard at the table. This dude was being a fucking niggard, man. And I was giving him wise counsel. Yo, bro, lower your prices, bro. All your customers is going to this dude because he's undermining you. Because you refuse to lower your prices, man. And then what did he do? In the cover up, not because they both had their vans there. So I realized that the dude I was going to, his van wasn't there no more. He used to leave his van parked there. Parked in his location with all was his power tools and everything he had in there. But when I walked by, because he was in my neighborhood, I didn't see him anymore. His van was gone. The fuck? Nigerians done ran him out. But what I didn't anticipate was this dude, read it again. Because niggas are like that, man. It says, read it again real quick. Babu Kushar. Bear with me. It says, matter of fact, I'm just going, going with the scripture, you know what I'm saying? But this dude, what he did was, did some fucked up shit. He moved out and then broke into this dude's van, took his 2 power washers, and a lot of shit that he had to, wax and everything, flattened his tires, and broke out. Who else could it be? And then when I saw him, he admitted it to me. So I'm like, damn, man. But guess what happened to him? He lost customers. I saw him, I was riding down the Bruckner going home on the Bruckner Boulevard, and I saw him. And he had his van and his power washers, and there were state troopers around him. I had his number. So I was like, yo, bro, I passed by, man, state troopers. They confiscated my van and all my utensils. I don't know why I gotta go to court, man, but what the fuck they do that for? They saying I'm illegal here. Nigga, you by the Bruckner Boulevard pulling over cars to give them a car wash, man. Are you crazy, man? I ain't tell them that though, but that was judgment for what you judgment and justice for what you did to that man. You stole his power washers, took his equipment. It took a long time to take place, but guess what? Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the Son of Men are fully set them to do evil. This dude do the evil act, man. Hey, all you had to do was alter your prices, man. But you didn't want to do that because you were niggard. You greedy for gain. You was being a niggard. Greedy for gain, miserable, greedy for gain, man. That's what you was doing. And then, before you moved out the neighborhood, because you got ran out, because nobody was giving business to you no more, because you wouldn't lower your prices. And I try to tell you, I try to tell the dude, listen, bro, you doing $40. This dude doing $25. Hey, bro, I'm not saying go lower than that. $23 for everything. And I guarantee you, people, for that $2, they'll come to you because they save with $2. People like to save money. Nah, fuck that, man. I got bills, I got mouths to feed. Okay, bro. Now look at you. I show you in the Bruckner with state troopers. Not police, state troopers. Had them pulled over. Fucking with them. So I'm like, God damn. So I drove by, I saw him, he saw me. I just kept it moving. Later on that night, I called him. I said, you good, bro? You need help? Hey, man. Yo, man. They confiscated all my shit. I set up a GoFundMe, said get my shit back. I will appreciate it if you could help me. Yo, I said, all right, bro. I hung up on him and blocked this number. So I'm going to read this again. Because he did a wicked deed to that man. He stole his shit, flattened his tires, and fled because he was envious because the man took his business. Had you would have took heed to my counsel, you'd have been good. Lower your price from $40. Under his price is $25 to $23. I guarantee you make more money than this dude. Because people will want to save $2. $2 is $2. But he didn't want to see it that way because he's a niggard. He's a stingy, miserable dude, man. And that's most jakes, man. They're greedy for money. They stingy. They don't want to look out. And they're greedy for money. And that's a niggard. Anyway, back in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set them to do evil. Verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with him that feareth the Lord, that feareth Yahweh, which fear before him. But it shall not go well with the wicked. But it shall not go well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Lord. And that goes before, and that's referring to Esau, but also 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. And this dude here, he was a nigger, man. And a niggard. A stingy, selfish individual that had a business going for him. He was making money. But when a rival faction came into place, he resorted to unruly, wicked tactics. Because he was losing business-wise, etc. I'm telling him, yo, bro, this dude, lower your prices. People will come to you. Now my price is $23 for everything. They ain't gonna go to homeboy. He's charging $25. They're gonna stay with you because you charging $23. You can't see the logic, and you're gonna make more money. Because more people are gonna come to you. But instead of you doing that, you did the total opposite, and more people started going to this dude. It is what it is. I'm not gonna rant no more. I'm gonna bring up one more scripture and I'm gonna close it out. But I just wanted to show you how Jake is bugged out, man. You was making all that money doing your thing. Slack. You was making all that money doing your thing. And then when this dude moved into town, you started losing money. Instead of thinking wisely on a business mentality, you started thinking thuggish. And it cost you. Then I'm on a Buckner, and I saw state troopers that you pulled over, confiscating your shit. Can't make this up, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and 11. You did some fucked up shit to that man. That man didn't do nothing to you. And you had to pay for it. All your shit you had in that van, they confiscated your van and everything that was in that van. Because I talked to you. And after that, I cut you off. I deleted your phone number. You ain't my car wash man no more. Because you ain't got no car wash. You ain't got no power tool. They took everything. So I don't need to talk to you, nigga. And I deleted everything. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 11. Because Jake is bugged out, man. Jake do a lot of things, man, that's... Whew. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 8, chapter 11, verse 25. It says, because a sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men are fully set to do evil. That's Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Slack here. The book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 25. In a day of prosperity, Therefore, there's a forgiveness of adversity. But in the day of adversity, there's a forgiveness of prosperity. When you was prospering, making money, all kind of people coming to you, cars coming, flowing in, you making money, you was the shit. I remember when the apostles did a show, we had to go on 125th Street down by the river. I ran into you, me and Shamal and a couple of our brothers ran into you, and I was like, I know this dude be washing my car. You was all proud. You was all proud. You at your ride. You was chilling. You was all proud, man. Like everything was about you. And I was like, okay. When he ran into me, it was like, I got that thought in my mind, like, that he think he's better than me. I'm like, what the fuck? He got his own. He said, I got my business, bro. What kind of business you got? That's what he said to me. I got my own business, bro. What kind of business you got? I said, my business is doing the business of the Lord. That's what I told him. He said, good luck with that. I was okay, good luck with your business. Now look at him. And that's exactly what he said to me. We was coming out of the liquor store getting yayan after camp. And I ran into this dude. He's, oh shit, what's up, bro? How you doing, bro? And what you doing now? I said, nah, I'm just chilling, hanging out. He said, I'm just doing my business. What business you got? And that's what he said. What he said. I said, my business of the Lord, man. And he just went into what he did, man. Now look at him. In the day of prosperity, the book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 25, in the day of prosperity, there's a forgiveness of affliction. But in the day of affliction, there's a forgiveness of prosperity. And that's exactly what this nigga's going through. And when I saw him the other day, I'm going to be real. It was today I saw him. That nigga was fucked up. You want to play games? You want to talk shit? You want to be proud? Now look at you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you're going through. Nobody. Nobody cares what I'm going through but me. And the Akim, the brotherhood. Nobody cares. Now, when you was in your prosperity, you was looking down on people. You had your own business. It was flourishing. I ain't gonna lie. You had mad customers. But that Nigerian dude outbid you and took all your customers and left you flat because you was proud. And the Most High allowed that to happen to you. The Most High allowed it to happen to you, nigga. The Most High allowed that shit to happen to you because you was proud, man. Instead of being humble, you was proud, man. And the Lord allowed that Nigerian dude to move in 2 blocks down from you and let's take all your customers with a cheaper price. And instead of you taking my advice and lowering your price to compete with this dude and perhaps overmind this dude, but he's paying $25 for everything. You pay $23 for everything. You taking a dip, a $17 dip, but overall, you're going to make it up. Business mentality, he didn't have it. Anyway, I'm not going to rant on no more. I just want to bring out a few scriptures. I ran into the dude, kind of feel sorry for him, but I don't. He was a proud niggard, man. A stingy. And when he did that, and when he did that to me, I done brought my car to him multiple times. Multiple times. Tips and all. Yo, bro, I got $35. You refused me for $5. But it's all good. Now look at him. Bitch ass nigga. Anyway, Shalom.